Yeah, let's not make that.
Cut block. D-web.
Come on.
Take me out.
Matt, when you've come off a game like last week, it draws even more attention because if the record didn't draw enough. Is it different for you to handle it? I mean, network broadcast and all that stuff.
Not really. You know, I think we've got guys in this locker room that, you know, have played for a long time and played Sunday night games, have played Monday night games, have played Thursday night games. We've done about, you know, everything you can do. So, you know, the biggest thing is just to get into your routine. Smitty preaches that all the time, and prepare as best we can.
What's the worst part about waiting until Sunday night?
I guess waiting around the hotel, that's kind of makes for a long day. But night games are they're fun. You know, they really are. Especially in the Dome, our fans are crazy when we have night games, so it's a great environment to play in.
There's still some of the same personnel there that you guys had a really rough go against down in Dallas a couple of years ago. And preparing for this unit, what do you
Still, you know, really, really good defense. I think they have, you know, one of the best pass rushers in the game in Marcus Ware, and you know, talent across the board in the front seven. I think they've got two really good corners and very good safeties too. So when you turn on the tape, it's definitely one of the best defenses you see.
What do you see from Ratliff, who you know had the high ankle sprain, but appears to be rounding back in form?
Yeah, you know, injured early in the year. I think you know, last week against the Giants, he played extremely well and looked healthy and was flying around. And you know, when he plays like that, he's one of the best defensive tackle nose guards, you know, in the league. He really is extremely talented. So he's back playing well. The defense as a whole is playing very good.
And Morris Claiborne, how's he playing for a rookie out over there?
He's playing with a lot of confidence. You know, when you turn on the tape, he's one of those guys who's playing with a lot of confidence. You know, they put their guys in position to play a lot of man coverage, and he's done a great job. He's extremely talented, very quick, very good cover, very good ball skills, and has another really good corner on the other side too, which I think always helps. And, both those guys are playing at a high level.
You know, for years, people kind of looked at the Patriots and said, wait a minute, who's this guy catching a touchdown pass or whatever? They seem to plug people in. Last week, Drew catches a touchdown pass, so I'm sure a lot of people went, what? You know, where did he come from? What's that say about the system that you guys are running?
Well, I think it's important to be deep in this league. You know, to have depth on your roster is imperative because, you know, 16 games, it's a grind. It's a long season. And there's going to be some guys who get nicked up, and you're going to have guys come off the bench and make some plays. And Drew did a great job for us last week. A guy who, you know, has been here for a couple of years, was on practice squad and worked really, really hard. And then, you know, this year has had his opportunity to play special teams. And then last week, you know, to play a bunch of receiver. And I was very impressed. 2 catches in the first drive that were huge for us, one on a third down conversion and the touchdown on a third down conversion. That kind of jump-started us. He was the guy who gave us a spark.
Was he excited? Was anything said afterward? Can you tell he was excited?
Yeah, he was definitely excited. You know, he kind of tossed the ball all over the place. And we were all yelling at him to go get the ball because it was his first touchdown. But I think one of our equipment guys ended up finding it for him, which is huge. But yeah, that's what makes this league fun. You know, it's whether it's your first touchdown or, you know, or Tony coming up on his 100th. Everyone's a lot of fun.
Matt, is there more confidence in the run game given what you guys did last week?
You know, I think we've been confident in it the entire year. You know, we felt like when we needed to run the football, we've done that. Some games have been better than others, but you know, that's always the case. But you know, I think our offensive line and our running backs have been doing a great job all year.
There's talking way too much PPM. We don't like to think that far. Surely that means you've got some crazy media requests already. What is it?
Wednesday open locker room, right? No, I mean, you know, yeah, NFL AM, I guess this morning. You know, there's not the View, save that for the presidents and the nominees, but you know what? Nothing too crazy. Our PR staff does a great job of keeping the routine, and you know, I'm gonna try and stick with you.
Imagine the game when you look at a stat sheet.
things that maybe even surprise you at times at the end of the day?
You know, I think from a quarterback, it's all about how we score touchdowns and turnovers, and those kind of things are ultimately the most important. And you know, so far we've done a pretty good job of that this year.
Was that the best you've seen from your offensive line this past week? With like mobility, Claypool, Baker, those guys are really hard to get down there.
Yeah, they've played well. I mean, we've gone against some pretty good defensive fronts this year, and I think our guys have been up to the task. I think last week the Eagles, you know, front four, really it goes about 6 or 7 deep. They keep rotating guys in that are talented. You know, I thought our guys did an unbelievable job of stepping up to the challenge, and you know, they played hard.
Not a lot said about the coaches, but can you speak to how they prepared you guys?
Yeah, I think Smitty, you know, did a great job coming off the bye week, giving us some rest, but then getting us back into it. You know, I thought Dirk did a great job with the game plan and had us, you know, prepared to go out there and play against some different looks that we were going to get from Philadelphia with the new coordinator. And you know, then we executed well. So the coaches put us in a great position.
Smitty said Monday was like 8th grade fundamentals, getting back to the basics, running the ball. For you, is there anything that you need to work on there? Or
yeah, absolutely. You know, I think every week, you know, you get those individual periods at the beginning of practice, and you're constantly trying to improve technique and work on things that, you know, you might have struggled with from the last game. Footwork's always important from a quarterbacking standpoint, and you know, those are things I try and work on every day.
Matt, this is kind of a long ago. Our station in Philly is one of the things and Chargers. What do you remember about that rivalry?
First off, it's the oldest consecutive high school football rivalry in the country, and it's always fun to be a part of that. It really is. I mean, in all honesty, some of my favorite football memories are from those high school games, and you know, it's heated, that's for sure. You know them, they know you. People live in the same towns, and always a lot of fun. And I think we were 2-2 or 3-1. I can't remember, 2-2 or 3-1 when I was in high school, but we won my senior year, so that's all that matters.
Hey, Mike, Smitty said Monday that he thought the only throw you'd want to have back was the first one. When you broke down the film yourself, what did you see? What are some things, because, you know, we're talking to you about basically a perfect game you played, but what are some things you saw that you needed to do better?
Far from perfect.
Yeah.
There's no doubt. Smitty was being kind. Probably more than one that I wanted back, but you know, first play of the game's a good example of that. You know, probably should have just put it in the dirt. A couple where my feet got out of whack and didn't make the most accurate throws, and a couple decisions in terms of checks and protections that I could have done better. And those are things, you know, you're never going to be absolutely perfect, but you're always trying to work towards that. And you know, I'll continue to try and do that this week.
Man, I was talking about the stats. I think probably the red zone and goal to go are the ones that I would imagine will also sort of say, okay, what did we leave? 7-0 is great, points on the board are great, but what did we actually leave out there?
Yeah, I think last week, you know, that's exactly right. I think red zone touchdown percentage is huge. And last week, you know, we scored on, you know, the first 6 drives, but we had opportunities on those last 3 that if we execute better, you can put up touchdowns. And you know, that's the key. The key is when you get down there and you have opportunities to put 6 on the board, you got to do it. And I think, you know, when you look at our entire year up until this point, that's something we haven't done a great job of. We need to be better. We've been down there quite a bit, which is really good, but I think it's an area we can improve.
And the other one, that snowing touchdown pays a dividend at that moment, but doesn't it also pay a dividend now when you're down there again? There's something else that people have to look for, prepare for.
For sure. You know, I think Jason did a great job selling, you know, our pass protection, kind of slipping in there behind our blockers. But yeah, it's, you know, it's just another thing defenses have to be prepared for.
You know, what has it been like? It just seems like there's a certain calmness, you know, that comes with, you know, the experience that you.
Yeah, I think that's huge. I think, you know, just having been around everything that's involved with playing quarterback in this league for a number of years now, I think you become more comfortable with everything. You know what's important, what's not. You know what you need to stress about, what you don't need to stress about. And, And I think all those things help you play better and prepare better.
I know you studied a lot of people on film, but who do you call to bounce stuff off of, or in the off season, or in the regular season?
Yeah, a lot.
Other than the coaches.
Yeah, a lot of veteran guys. I know Matt Shaw really well. We kind of grew up in the same area, and he's another guy I think handles things the right way. I mean, he works hard, is always prepared, and has been playing great for a number of years.